Hi everyone. When all else fails, just draw a swirly circle because this as a base can lead to so many things. But today I'm going to draw something that kind of looks like a weird sort of worm hole, snail shell, something. I don't know what it is, but it is what it is. So once you've drawn your wiggly spiral, then what you can do is thicken the arcs, so the curved parts of those of those wiggly lines. You would call that part an arc, and what I'm doing is I'm just adding some thickness to it all the way around. Once that's done, then you can choose one side of it. I'm choosing the outer side of the arcs to then give the entire swirl an outline. And what I'm trying to do as best as I can is I'm trying to keep the same distance from the original line all the way around. I'm just trying to keep it really consistent. I kind of get a bit lazy towards the end, but it's about 0.5 centimeter, I would say, and I just try to do that around the entire thing. What I'm actually going to do after I've done that is I'm going to add the same thing on the other side. So it's like an inline and an outline all the way around the original swirl line. Now here's where you can get a bit creative if you'd like to. You've got a nice broad white blank space in the middle of all of those lines, as you can see, and you can add a pattern in there. So I've decided to add some C shapes, and I think over time you will notice that it starts to resemble a kind of shell, or the inside of a shell, or a conch shell, or whatever you can see in it yourself. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to keep this one simple, and I wanted to keep it black and white, and I thought that this would look really cool at the end. So I'm just going to go around the whole thing, and I'm going to do some curved lines, which is almost like the letter C, I guess, or in reverse, depending on which angle you're looking at it from, right? And that's what it looks like so far. So I'm going to go ahead and do it to the rest. So this is the base of my drawing. This is the foundation, I would say, and now from here I've decided to black out some sections. I've decided to just use solid black for this and not use any shading or anything like that. I'm just going to color some parts black and then leave the other parts white. If you'd like to go further with this kind of one, what you can do is inside those segments now, you could add some pattern if you'd like to, or you can add an inline on the inside of that. You can do whatever you like, or maybe even color each one of them a different color. That would probably look cool as well. I've decided to just keep this one black and white. But while I'm doing this, there are some parts that I'll just be coloring in, and there are other parts that I will be outlining. As you can see, I've decided to outline some of these arcs, and then I'm going to add like a little extra double curved line just to add a little bit of detail to those wavy lines. And then I'm going to start coloring in those inner C lines. Now, as I was progressing through this, I decided that I wanted to thicken them up a little bit. As you can see, I think it looks pretty cool, thicker, but as I was getting towards the outer C's, I noticed obviously I'm going to need a better marker as opposed to a fine line to color all of this in, so I just got a thicker marker there and just tidying up all of the lines with the fine liner, and this is pretty much how it turned out. You know, looking at it now, I feel like it would look super cool if you added maybe like a color to it. One color might look really nice, but I was thinking more like a few colors, but the colors sort of developing throughout the swirl. So maybe starting from light to dark, or going from, you know, some kind of gradient, like a color gradient. That would look cool as well. If you do decide to give this a go and use this as a base and then add some different variations to it, let me know how it goes in the comments below. I'd like to hear how some different versions turn out. See you later.